retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for their disease. Just like the wind, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Hey,
Hi, folks.
let's see how that's working out. All right.
So far, so good. I think I'm at a magic distance.
Oh, that might actually work out okay.
It's all about you. This thing is inconsequential at this point.
For sure.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of feedback, but not much. Hello? Yeah, hey, that sounds all right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thursday Night ADRL Podcast. I'm Dr. Fierce.
I'm Prince Adam.
And we are live from our Airbnb at in Indianapolis at PRI. And what a day. Oh, my gosh. I mean, we got up. Well, I shouldn't say we got up early, but got there when it opened. And that was a quick 8 hours. Were we really there 8 hours, Adam?
Yeah.
Golly. But the beautiful thing about it is that, there you go. What did you change?
Working with value.
Okay.
Playing through some things.
We got some new equipment. Well, we have some new equipment, which no better time than to do it now. But Yeah, PRI so far has just been outstanding. I mean, we've run into everybody that I could imagine, plus some. Really great conversations. It was great running into everybody. I mean, I could just start the list, but if you're a PRI and you come to PRI, you know what it's all about. After this, actually, I think we're going to go to Wes's after party, which we went to last year, which was a great time. Got drunk and danced with robots. I don't know. It was pretty cool. Maybe that'll happen this year. Maybe it won't.
Gary Humphrey says, "What up, old buddy? Can't wait till ADRL 2025." And he also says, "Got an echo." So I was going to ask, any better since those last adjustments? You're my guinea pig.
Excuse my coughing. I'm getting adjusted to the weather here. Holy cow! It wasn't this cold in St. Louis, was it? What's up? Can you hear me all right? Oh, am I rubbing? Can you hear it?
Yeah, really, outside the jacket, between the jacket and the shirt.
Between the jacket and the shirt?
It's between the jacket and the shirt.
Oh, I got you. All right, just bear with us, guys.
This is all.
This part isn't necessarily new, but the approach is a little different. How about that?
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, no rubbing. I mean, rubbing's good. And so, oh, wait, no, this is a Tuesday night. Yes, definitely looking forward to the 25 year. I mean, between meeting track owners today, having conversations with track owners, getting sponsors locked in for next year, marketing partners. Really, it's been just a really great day of walking and talking, right?
Yeah, a lot less steps than we anticipated so far, but a lot more talking. So.
Yeah, shaking babies and kissing hands. Just got our first little bit of food in us a little bit ago. Just before the podcast. So if I'm not my normal chippery self, I've had no coffee, no Red Bull, and I just ate a whole bunch of food. So we're in that little bit of a blood sugar spike right now. What's that?
I don't know. Just throwing a devil blood sugar spike.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so far so good. It's a good day at PRI. We saw everybody from Jay, NC Pro Modder, to Daddy Dave, to Clyde Scott, to one of my faves, Raul. Everybody's here. Got to hang out and talk with Chris, Duncan, and Amanda Hoover for a little bit there at the end. Yeah, surprise! All of a sudden we're walking. Good old mad scientist comes walking right up in front of us. Old Doug Reister. It was great seeing him here.
Sorry, James. I know the mic sounds like hell.
What's the?
James is saying the mic sounds like hell. And I don't know if he's messing with me or if he's being real.
We won't ever know it, James. Yeah.
That's suspicious.
I know Adam and James have a unique special relationship, whatever you want to call it these days. You know.
Courtship.
We saw Brian Keller. It was great. Went down and saw JB Trailers. Was it KB Trailers? Let's see what else. We could go on and on about everybody and everything we did today, but really in the big scheme of things, it was a good time. What's up?
Thinking about pulling it off. Thinking about just yanking the. I know, Michael. I'm sorry. We're remote out in Indy, and I'm trying new equipment. We're gonna pull the mic out of this so that you're just gonna operate like this. It's got a microphone right here.
So you think that the mic is the issue?
A lot of stuff, so I think we can probably catch this part of it in a better spot.
All right, let's try that, shall we?
Here we go.
And oh yeah, guess it still works all right.
Yes.
I'm just talking to this. You like talking into a cell phone.
You can do whatever you want.
All right. So now we're going to go with the straight clip here. Let us know how it sounds. We've got to work through these bugs, so we can't do it unless we go live, so it works out. It's coming through all right? Is there
anything down?
Was there adjustment? Oh yeah, we could do that. Are there adjustments on this thing?
No, there are not.
This is new gear that Prince Adam got, so we're always try and do stuff to make it a little better. This is the mic right here, I presume. That's the mic.
Yeah, so we don't just set that thing
There's
down.
no feed. And what's this?
Antenna, increase distance.
Oh. Well, that's fancy.
It's going to work a whole lot better when it's not
There we
right
go.
up on us.
All right.
Oh, that's a little bit better for everybody.
Listen, I know usually, I mean, everybody's commented from West Buck to Mike and everybody else today, always talking about how good the podcast is and how quality it is. So
This really
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah,
It grinds my gears.
we set the bar pretty high at the home studio, and we get out and we have that same expectation. So we hope that it turns out quite as well. So what do you think about the PRI show so far, Prince Adam?
It's amazing what 1 year will do. I mean, last year we got here and it was craziness because it was too much. It was everything.
So new.
It was so new. We knew nothing. I mean, compared to PRI last year to this year, and I'm not saying we know much of nothing anymore or now, but
Mhm.
compared to then, we knew nothing.
Yeah.
And we knew no one on top of it. So that was the first time we ever met Raul. You know, we got to see Dan and Al, which was a little bit of a comfort feeling there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That Rockingham. But outside of that, damn near everybody else that we met, brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's really cool going in this time and seeing everybody because you have a whole year, right? So between vendors and track owners and racers and everyone else in between, it was really nice going in there today and seeing people outside of an event. Because usually when we're seeing people, it's at the track,
Yeah.
right? It's not like what's cool about the PRI. It's so far, and it's only my second one. It's a cool time to kind of get everybody together, even though I know it's a lot of business to business and there's a lot of business being handled there, but it's cool to get everybody in the industry in one spot and be able to hang out. And I'm looking forward to get out and partying later on, to be honest with you. Now that I'm not laying on the couch.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that couch is at my age, because I'm old.
Thing you've ever tried.
No, it just, couches tend to,
Suck you in.
a little more as you get older. They just get a little more comfortable where things just don't matter quite as much once you lay down on the couch.
Yeah, when you put a good 8+ hours, and I didn't sit from when we left here, got out of the Uber to got back in the Uber. Didn't sit. I'm not complaining. It's just.
So was that weird? Did it feel like 8 hours? We went through some type of.
I kept
weird
looking at the
work.
clock and I was like, dude, we got to cover more ground. We only got. I mean, last year it was we ran through everything day one and then kind of slowed down day two, and now we're kind of just moving through, which is still fine. We still got another day and a half or whatever, so we'll cover it all. But
Yeah.
it had that. I had that internal urge of I gotta see everything first and then figure it out.
No, what's crazy? It took us 8 hours to walk through, and there was obviously some talking, but what really was stop, talk to folks, which is what you do, and it's kind of broke down into two sections, like two arenas or two areas.
They've got 3 sections, is what they call it.
Yeah, 3 sections. Yeah, because the one down in the bowl or whatever.
Yeah, you got the stadium.
The stadium, yeah. Which we did go down there, and there's not a whole lot. They have the sim racing, which is pretty bitchin'.
Sim racing happens down there, so they can kind of get a little bit bigger area. So, yeah, they got some cool stuff down there, cool cars, cool trailers.
I didn't realize how big that sim racing has gotten, and even the last year, since we were there last year. I mean, now they've got a bunch of different manufacturers making the equipment, the pneumatic chairs and everything.
It moves you in every direction that you can think of. It's crazy, but it's not. Like a lot of things here, it's a racing industry thing. It's not a drag racing industry thing. So it's not really geared up for drag racing. It's circle tracks or circuits and street courses and stuff like that. But boy, a whole lot of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun potential in there.
Yeah, for sure. We covered a lot of ground. We did in that 8 hours. So tomorrow the goal is to do the whole other side, which we didn't necessarily get to cover per much.
We kind of went in there. We got over by Drag Illustrated. We talked to Amanda and Chris.
Yeah.
Told them to have a Deco day. But yeah, we didn't cover that room adequately because there's still I run into KD canopies. We're gonna find out how to get that attachment piece for the side rail.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Katie Lee.
No. No. Already seen her, so I can scratch that off my list.
I meant Christy Lee.
Nope, I think we had it right the first
And
time.
Bruno. That was funny. So at Wes's party last year, and we may have told this story or not, but last year at Wes's after party, we were there, and I recognized this gal, and I couldn't remember where, but I knew she had a new show. And anyways, I just lightheartedly said, "Hey, Adam, what's her name?" And we looked it up, and Adam's like, "Oh, it's Katie." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then so I go over, and she's talking to Bruno, and I'd already kind of been talking to Bruno a little bit at the convention. And there, if you don't know who Bruno is, he's got that show Garage Squad. He's also an NHRA races.
He's pretty involved.
Guy. Yeah, tall guy. You probably know Bruno. Anyway, so I walk over and I start talking to her and Bruno and everybody over there, and I called her Katie, and boy, did she get offended. Oh my gosh. I mean, dude, I don't care if somebody calls me Dan. I mean, you can call me the wrong name all day long. I'm not going to get bent out of shape. I'm like, hey, no, it's Brian.
I get called Brian a lot, and a lot of times by James. For whatever reason.
That's fine. You can call me Adam. I wouldn't get offended. It doesn't bother me. Like, really. Holy cow. You would have thought I called her the C word or something. Like, well, come to find out after talking her up the ledge and jumping out a window, apparently she used to work with anyway, I'm talking, this girl's name is actually Christy Lee. And Christy Lee co-hosts Garage Squad with Bruno. And so maybe you know who she is, maybe you don't. Look her up if you're not sure she is. And she's very well known. I mean, she's on TV. She's worked hard. As she said, she's worked very hard to get to where she's at.
She'll tell you.
She made it very clear. She wasn't given anything. Yeah.
And if she won't, her handler will.
Yeah, right. And so, anyways, that was a whole huge ordeal. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like,
it was pretty fun.
Yeah, so we moved on from that. And so anyways, walking today through the PRA, old Katie Lee was right there. And I was like, oh, let's go talk to her. Hey, what's up, Katie? No, she'd be pissed about that. I'm not here to, I've got good manners. I'm not trying to piss on
You get stabbed this time.
Yeah. At the party tonight, I might just call her Katie out of fun. Just see if she remembers that situation last year.
Let me know. I didn't know it was coming last year. I saw that surprise.
And then who was the DJ last year? That was
it was Miley Cyrus's sister.
Miley Cyrus's sister. I remember. Was it Milo?
Who knows?
Silo, Myris, Sears.
Not as famous as Miley Cyrus.
The way I know. It was a DJ.
No. I mean, it's a DJ. I mean, really, the best DJ is still man. And let's take back to the days when they used to scratch.
Yeah.
That is yes, DJ. Now you're just playing samples and stuff of people's stuff, and you're even playing iPod basically.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Did you guys hear that? So the big news from Raul at South Georgia Motorsports Park is that he is brought on the NHRA for an event. So they signed NHRA to an event track. That's really awesome. So he's now. Does that mean he's got to be an NHRA sanction?
I think he already was. I believe
it
was. I just don't know if they
had
sanctioned track.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's big news for Raul. Him and his wife were out there today. We saw Raul, and that was great. He's always such a nice dude, man. I'll keep me for a little bit. That's always fun talking to that guy.
He never has stories or anything to say
about himself. Fucking key painting. Excuse my French, but I love the guy. I think he's super nice, super cool. He's nice, he's cool, but I mean, holy cow.
He'll talk it.
He'll let you know how nice and cool he is, that's for sure. And yeah, no kidding. Let's see, who else did we run across? So we saw Daddy Dave. I was trying to get a hold of Street Beast. Doc.
We just didn't cross that section yet. We haven't hit the triple digits. We're in the 4 digits.
Who else did we still? We
saw Louise Fuel Tech.
Yeah, I got to see Louise, Toby, and all those guys with Renegade. That's great because I guess we'll say here first, Renegade's back on with us as a sponsor for next year. So we can keep this thing. Yeah, there we go. So thank you, Toby. And and it was a really good conversation. Happened kind of quick. I certainly did hunt him down to. I mean, we didn't hunt him down. We saw him. I certainly.
Yeah, we just stopped by to say hi.
Yeah, and then that came out. So that was cool.
Take notes, other booths. We
Mhm.
walked by. Throw money.
Yeah. Let's see, and of course, we saw Clyde and Wes and Galen and Celeste, and that was all kind of cool, hanging out and talking. And of course, Kenny was there, Kenny and IHRA, and so got a chance to see Kenny again. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and so it was great to catch up with Kenny. He's doing great things with the IHRA. So, I mean, and people are happy so far. I mean, people are happy with what Kenny's doing so far. So that's, I believe.
If y'all get a chance to meet Clay Milliken, or if you get a chance to meet Clay Milliken, take a minute. Best guy in drag racing.
Clay Milliken, fair enough.
Any idea where he might be or is associated with? Try to track down the booth. Just call JJ the wrong name. She might be right. Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know that yet. I'm at you. That's all right. I got a few self-defense moves. I might be able to at least try to run really fast. That's my self-defense move.
No, after all these said, I might have to fight.
Yeah. No, there will be no running. It'll be the old Marine Corps hand-to-hand combat training coming out. I haven't had to use it in a while. Let's see. And so, yeah, Kenny, it was great to see Kenny. And then so Kenny and I, and it was interesting because Ricky, who works for Quartermax.
Yeah, Ricky Jones.
Yeah, he's like, okay, so let me get this right. We got Quartermax, ADRL, IHRA right here. We're all talking right now. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, this is awesome. And I mean, and Ricky, man, he's a 48. He's won 48.
He's
Championships.
And he not only
IHRA championship
handles RJ race cars and Quartermax and things like that, but yeah, he's in the racing community.
You can tell that dude knows what he's talking
He's
about.
plugged in on.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what else. So that was a really great conversation. We're all just hanging out there bullshit. People like walking by and stopping and looking, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. It was good energy. It was really good energy, man. It felt good. I hate saying who else did we run into? We ran into everybody. I apologize if we're not mentioning who we ran into, but it's exciting. I love PRI. There's a lot going on. I like, just from my own personal standpoint, outside of drag racing, outside of business and stuff like that, I like going because of my own personal stuff. I got a couple projects in the garage that I need to finish up, and it's cool being able to go to some of these vendors that you could talk to about my own personal shit, like, hey, questions about a car or LS swaps or stuff like that. Like it's pretty fun, and seeing all the new innovation and new technology, and holy shit, the size of that Mickey Thompson, I think it was all-terrain tire. It's like 50-something inch tires. Like, is that real, or is that like a blown up tire just for show?
Demo.
He was like, no, and that's a real tire. And I mean, it looked like a tire you'd see on a 35-inch Jeep, just 50 inches. I mean, it was gigantic. It was $1,800 for that.
Yep, we ended up running into Wes and Mike. I mean, just about the time they were turning the lights off on us in the convention. So yeah, caught up with them at the end. Who? Wes and his crew. Mike.
Oh yeah. We sure did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I had a good long conversation with them. Wes, I see the nervousness in your eyes, man. When we talk ADRL, and coming back around, I could tell there's a little bit in the back of your brain wondering what Dr. Fears and Prince Adam and the ADRL. They're all very consistent, knowing how's 25 looking. What do you guys do?
Questions.
What's going on? Lots and lots of questions. I mean that in the kindest way possible. I'm just joking. But no, and apparently talked about way more than I even imagined. I mean, shit, when you're in a bubble and you're grinding, you're putting up races, you don't get a chance to socialize. You do a podcast twice a week, but you don't get a chance to get out to the races very often, or you're not heavily seated and rooted in the industry. You don't really
disadvantageously geographically located. be insane. We don't have the luxury. I mean, outside of worldwide technology, but only limited things come to that.
Yeah.
To be able to hop, skip, jump to a drag strip where we run into these folks.
And it's really nice to pretty much every single person you talk to say, hey, you guys are doing great. Hang in there. A lot of people are talking about you. A lot of people are excited for you guys. So
Kenny Allen says today was a great day for the sport of drag racing.
it sure was. Kenny, I don't know if you heard me just mention how Ricky was sitting there and he's like, so there's IHRA, ADRL, Quartermax, Clyde, all of us standing right here, right now, talking. And we're like, yes, that's happening right now. Like it was really cool. The energy, just like you said, Kenny, the energy was really good, man. So 25 is going to be a great year for everybody. I mean, in drag racing, IHRA, ADRL, you know, just generally speaking, drag racing industry and for our country, you know, I mean,
raise all those.
So yeah, I believe that these next 4 years are going to be really, really good. Even after buying 2 new cars from the dealership, they could already sense, they could already feel their sales had already started going up. People were starting to buy things. Like it's a really good feeling, man. And which is good too, because I think a lot of corporate sponsors have kind of been hesitant, and I'd imagine this last 4 years was really tough on a lot of them.
Well, it had to be tough on their bottom line
for sure, from a corporate
purchasing.
Yeah,
you know, from their revenue standpoint, to then be able to put it into their marketing budget. So things always have to adjust based on how the industry itself is going. So yeah, things were not at a slowdown, but as a hesitation across the board, then yeah, any relief to that hesitation, hopefully it'll be like a dam break and things can finally flood and get back to normal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I believe the next year for us, for the ADRL, it's going to be a really, really great year. And I feel that way for a lot of people. So we'll keep rocking and rolling, man. But it's nice to get a lot of good positive feedback. Yeah, we'll just keep on moving in a group, dude.
Yep, steady as she goes.
Steady as she goes. Wasn't expecting it to be quite as cold when we got here. Not that it's that cold. I mean, I pulled a bunch of take cold showers, so it's no deal. But we got out today and there's snow everywhere. I was like, oh, that's cool. Snow today.
It's been under 30 degrees all day here.
Yeah, you're under 30 degrees.
You wish. I'm not even sure how to.
I know, yeah. What's that even mean? I don't even know what that means.
But it's out.
All I know is I'm full, and my back of my brain's like lay down and go to sleep, but the front of my brain is like, this is awesome. This is exciting. PRI again. We're shooting our podcast, and we got a party to go to after this. So
Kenny says, great seeing you guys today. Going to meditate and get some rest. Much love and respect, my dude.
Much love, dude. We will we'll see you there tomorrow, Kenny. Yeah, so I gotta snap up a little bit. What else we got to talk about? We got a pretty cool this Airbnb's got a giant recording studio for 2 musicians. That's fun.
Yeah, it's got three tubas, 2 concert tubas, 1 sousaphone. It has a trumpet. So
yeah, a bunch of horns.
As a brass player, I was digging it. As soon as I saw the mouthpieces, I put my mouth on.
We won't talk about the skin flutes or the meat organs that animals up there playing.
Need a mouthpiece.
Put your mouth on it. Thursday night. It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night.
We're keeping it on track.
Keeping it on track, family friendly.
You ain't that dirty. That was on y'all.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you don't know what a skin flute is, you're crazy. It's one of the most
traditional instruments.
Played instruments on the planet. All right, I got it.
Second to a lute.
Second what?
The lute. The old guitar.
Oh, the lute. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So what do we got going on tomorrow? So tomorrow will be our
talking.
You know, it's kind of like Adam and I said, you know, the deals don't happen on the floor. It's after the convention, like parties and stuff where things happen. It's like speed dating. You're there at PRI. You go around, meet and greet, shake hands, have a little bit of conversation. Yeah, that'd be cool. Later on, you know, seal the deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you? You're on. You up?
You up? Oh, is that a little John Sullivan reference?
Oh, it's a little bit. You cracked up.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Are you up? Oh, that's good. And everybody there, I mean, quarterbacks and RJ are killing right now.
Yeah, it was buzzing. That's really
But that whole section over there is just wrecking number one.
that was a hot little script.
Nice. He's got a couple nice cars.
Some bit.
There you go. We got to hang out with Cole a little bit. And Cody, his sponsor, Cody Company. Cody's a really nice guy. To hang out there for a little bit. Do it, Mr. Do It. Do It with his jet cars. He's got quite a thing going on. So it was a great conversation we had with him. We had a lot of conversations today.
Yeah,
I think if we keep digging, we keep talking about different ones. Let's see. I don't know, but that's kind of the recap for today. So it was from the ADRL standpoint. I know everybody's anxious, you know, and 25 is going to be a great banger year for us. You know, it was good. It was good for us.
Hey, you want to re-announce what you announced at least on? Because you announced on Tuesday stuff.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so we'll kind of talk about 2025.
Is everybody's asking?
I know this isn't like an official press release, but we'll get it out there. But for those that are ADRL fans that choose to tune in, you heard it here. So first race is going to be Georgia Drags. We're going back to Valdosta or South Georgia Motorsports Park, however you'd like to word that. And we will be there in April.
He is the preferred nomenclature these days.
Yeah, is Valdosta just kind of
Valdosta is a thing of the past. I think they're working on that hammering home.
SGMP. Okay, all right, that's fair enough. So SGMP in April, and then we haven't fully decided on the date for Montgomery. That's kind of been the hang up. So we will be going back to Montgomery. We may call it Drag Wars again. We may not. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But that's either going to be second week of May, second weekend of May, or it'll either be beginning of May or in June. Verge. Let's back up. SGP. Verge is going to be with us again. Brian and Tyler with Verge. So they're going to come join us again. We collectively we had such a good time in Huntsville.
So smooth.
It was so smooth. Everybody, I mean, between our group and their group and just all together, it was a great mesh, and we enjoyed it a lot.
Crew at Huntsville, everybody there was an integral part.
Yeah. Yeah. So Verge was excited to be teaming up with us again for SGMP. So ADRL and Verge, SGMP, ADRL and Verge, possibly at Montgomery. Then US 60 Dragway in Kentucky. We will be there in October. That's going to be a banger. I know that a lot of people were excited. A couple people are really excited about that
interest
today.
on that just today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's going to have some new faces. It's going to be good.
Yep. Verge will be with us at US 60 Dragway.
Michael says Drag Wars must be the name. Love the T-shirts.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, Mike. So then we will be at US 60 Dragway. If you're not sure where that is, look it up, but it is in Kentucky.
Kentucky. It's a little bit southwest of Louisville.
Yeah. And Verge will be with us there. And then, of course, our marquee event in November at XRP. It's Clive. Do this. Man, I love that guy.
I give him respect on it. It's a hell of a thing. I love that.
Yeah.
Thing.
So then back at XRP. Now, the fifth race that we had planned, and I fucked it up. I'll Thursday that I messed it up. I booked an event somehow. I'd already had one planned, and I had to back out of a race that I had planned with Jason Collins at Steele, Alabama. I'm pretty disappointed in myself for that, but it's just part of the learning curve, and you know, I just take it like a man and deal with it. So we're picking another date. I'm not sure when or how it's going to work out. I'm trying to stay out of the summertime, so we may have a fifth race. We may not.
We find a
We'll
spot
just kind of figure it out.
That'd be a happy spot.
Yeah, apparently everybody wants September.
Yeah, September is a hard sell.
Yeah.
September on is tough.
I'd worked months on that in September, and it just wasn't going to happen. Jason's got a lot going on. He's got a really good track, and people like racing there. So September was a hard
annual events that have kind of staked their claim in some spots too. So,
which is cool because we've had that same courtesy.
yeah.
Raul's same thing with us. He gives us dibs. I mean, that's what happens when you have good relationships, when you do things right.
And working with good people.
And working with good people. And, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of, we have the mutual respect for each other. And so he was super obliging and let us pick our date. I was super happy about that. Montgomery is the same way. Brad was like, you guys pick your date. So awesome. US 60. We got and Tyler Verge works there as well. And Tyler just talks about it a lot. So that's exciting. So man, this is almost like a whole series with the Verge. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, at least about half a year.
Yeah.
So that'd be good.
Yeah. And then we'll be back at XRP, like I said, in November. So maybe we can make it without any rain.
Yeah, hopeful. I don't know.
I'm glad that it all built up to XRP where the weather was just amazing. Where ideally it was like mine shaft condition. Like we had pushed the broom and dealt with so much bullshit all year long with rain and everything else. It was nice to finish the year off down at XRP with guys running in the low 50s, 51s, 52s. Like that was pretty damn awesome. So we had a lot of conversations today about all the guys, Bubba and Doug, Ricky and John Sullivan and Hank and everybody, right? So I found out that we've got a handful of outlaw ADRL. I'm not using that word anymore. Rules race. There's a handful of no rules cars being built to come around with the ADRL. I didn't find that out just today, but that has been the scuttlebutt and so it's confirmed. So pretty excited about that. So 25 is going to be great, and we're here pushing the broom, shaking hands, kissing babies to make it even better, So Prince Adam and I took the drive in.
Yeah.
Here walking the million steps and putting in the work so that we can provide something out of this world for everybody.
Keep it going, keep it growing.
Keep it going, keep it growing. That's right. Anything else? It's pretty straightforward.
We talked about no specifics or anything, but the discussion or possibility of extending classes, so we're adding classes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to adding classes. I mean, really what it boils down to is money.
On a good event for the spectator.
The challenging part is knowing that that the ADRL needs the support financially in order to add more classes, meaning marketing partners / sponsors. But one, it's something fairly new to me, so the ask is a little different. It's not something that I'm used to, but I'm warming up to figuring out how to do it effectively and kind of giving that good pitch to get people bought on. But ultimately, it's just going to take some time for the ADRL for a lot of reasons. Not a lot of reasons, but it's just going to take some time. And I'm guessing 3 or 4 years before we're like really up on plane humming, So I'd love to add 1 million classes right now, but I just can't. And I know that there's been a lot of guys from a lot of different organizations throwing me out suggestions on structures and classes. And, and I do agree there's a huge opportunity right now. I like what Clyde says, though, swing for the fences every time. But, I mean, you can only swing for the fences if you got a bat to do it with.
Sure, no doubt about that. Yeah. And Michael, as far as when we release or post them on the races and all the schedule on Facebook, I mean, we could probably do it.
It'll be done next week.
Yeah, we could probably get that pretty soon with the TBD 5th race.
Yeah, I was hoping that I'd see Brad here this weekend. Yeah, we might still see Brad here. It's a really easy phone call. It's really just ideally next week is what I'd like to see done.
Yeah, just a couple of loose ends to clean up. Nothing big there.
Yeah. There's that again. Son of a bitch. I hate it. I'm gonna start wearing a
He's got
taser.
Omicron.
Omicron. Yeah. Necro Omicron.
Oh, Necrogoblicon.
Adam found a new band,
I find weird stuff.
Necrogoblicon, and I will have to say, they are absolutely bitching. They're a great metal band. So if you're into metal or heavy metal or death metal or anything like that, check them out. Necrogoblicon.
It's got to be something pretty special for me to make a heavy metal recommendation.
For sure. Yeah, that is not PA's.
Not common.
No, that's not PA's thing at all. No. You know who I didn't see? I didn't see Ken and Billy. Bromax.
They're in the 7700s. I feel like they're in the perimeter that we hadn't hit yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
got it marked on my.
Oh, okay.
I got it on my.
All right, great. We're going to go to some top shows tomorrow. Some track owners and what is it? Track owners, promoters,
Operators, promoters, something like that.
something. Anyways, it's a day long of not classes, but just panel speaking and stuff like that. So that'll be nice. Maybe get some feedback from some different people. Oh, so
Eric says, I got a feeling if an ADRL race happens during their off time, we'll see an NPK driver there. I don't disagree with you, and it's anything in those filming and production type things. Everything's in flux, so hard to know. But
well, we had some conversation in Texas.
yeah, well, like I said, hey, anybody wants to come run.
Actually, I've had conversations with 3 different NPK guys, and they're all like, "Hey,
We get a chance.
yeah, we want to come run with you. That'd be fun." They're gonna have to be a little quicker though. Just saying. But I don't know. I mean, I do believe.
Kelly said he gave his car everything he had, and everything that car had did 359. And then that's not a knock on the 359 or anything like that.
But think about this.
Did
he have weight? Did he not have weight?
I mean, he was running steel roof and quarters, so I think if he had weight, it was minimal compared to anybody else. But either way, whatever weight he was running was the same as everybody else. So
Yeah.
I mean, even if
It's the same weight in the big scheme of things. But what I'm saying is that I think that there are enough cars. What was the word today? There's 280 active pro mods. 230 active pro mods out there. How do we get 230 of them to strip their weight off and come around with the ADRL? That is the
Sure,
question.
I'd take 24. Yeah, you can have the other
Swing it from all
204. Just give
Yeah,
me
yeah.
24 star.
Yeah, right. No, I get it. There's a lot of loyalty, and there's a lot of racers like different types of competition. I mean, I get it.
They map out their year. They kind of set up their car. They get things planned out. So sometimes they don't have the wiggle room within that calendar year.
And they could be from that area. They could be very well from North Carolina or Virginia on the East Coast, and they love running with the PDRA because it's a tight organization. They got a good schedule, and it's convenient for them, and they like it.
Sure.
Hence, well, versus guys like that run with us are all from down south. So I get it. I'd like to have everybody come race with us.
Some people play softball. Some people play baseball.
But some people just don't want to be the quickest.
That was kind of where I was going with myself. I just didn't want to come right out and say it. Some people just don't want to go fast.
But some people just don't want to go
Some
fast.
people might be a little too
Some people are building race cars to not go fast, and that just is something that doesn't make sense to me, and that's all right. Eventually, they will see the light, and as we continue to get momentum, they'll see it's fun running in the 40s. Ask Bubba, ask Frankie, ask Todd Moyer, ask Scruggs, ask Stevie Fast, ask a lot of those guys.
Yeah, there's a handful of people you could get an opinion from.
It's fun running in the 40s. I don't know personally. It's sure as hell fun watching it.
Yeah, it looks like a good time.
51s, 52s. I mean, I'd like to see our 32 car field bump spot or margin be between, I don't know, 46 and 51, 52.
If it was
53.
If it was reached at a non-regulated type thing.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if the cars were just at that level to where they were
Yeah.
at even, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, throwing weight and
Because like you said, it's like reverse engineering
it's
with the weights and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like an index.
Yeah.
They know how to add weight to all the different combos to get everybody to fall in this one little
happy pattern.
happy, half a tenth.
It slows down the fastest. It gives a chance for it puts everybody in this nice little playpen that they can all get along in and hold hands across the finish line.
And the thing is, but they can't go. But you see, technology has led all those guys that are all running the same weight or have their handicaps or have had to add weight to run that close of a margin is super fucking tight.
Sure.
So
But then it comes down to the tree. I mean, then you're boiling down the entirety of the race to the very instant of the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
That's the deciding factor, which doesn't. It feels like it takes a lot of fun out of it for me.
yeah,
But why not just
I
set
see
up
why
a
you said
practice
that.
tree, sit on a couch, and let's run a practice tree round, save some money on fuel.
yeah. So with us, with the ADRL having no rules, the sky's the limit.
Eric says, hope to see some turbo cars come out of the woodworks and strip the weight off. Wouldn't be bad.
As a matter of fact, I talked to a twin turbo dragster today, same gentleman that was supposed to come out last year. However, their twin turbo was putting out so much power, it was busting their chassis. So they spent all summer, all year reconfiguring a chassis to run this twin turbo Hemi. And I have a feeling it's going to be ridiculous. The picture they sent me was them doing a wheelie at the starting line. I was like, yes.
Michael says, ADRL, the only true outlaw racing around, period.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
it.
disagree.
Well, that's true. And you know what? Here's what's sad about it. It's almost kind of like the industry and society and the drag racing world has just been so brainwashed to think outlaw doesn't really mean what outlaw is supposed to mean. And I know we talked about it on the Tuesday night podcast. It's been a bastardized term at this point. I don't know if there's any going back to what outlaw really means. I mean, if you look at it from the terms of ADRL outlaw drag racing, you know that means no rules. But when you look at, like a outlaw bracket racing series, then I'm not sure what that necessarily means. Or when you look at, outlaw
Index, I mean, just
anything like what we're saying, the Snowbird outlaw drag racing with Snowbird Nationals. What's it called? The Snowbird Nationals?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Nationals.
No, it's Snowbird. It's the Snowbird something outlaw something. Yeah. I mean, anyways, so we're changing it. It's not outlaw anymore. It's just straight up no rules drag racing. ADRL no rules drag racing.
After Kai beat those guys and realized most of them were PDRA racers, I said to myself, he wouldn't do ADRL pro mods like that.
No, there's no way we had that conversation. Just so you guys know, there were no ADRL pro mods there because the guys that run in the ADRL will never, ever put weight on their cars. Absolutely not. No way in hell. They'll put their cars in a shed and pack them away for life.
What's Frankie call them? Overweight pro mods?
Overweight pro mods, yeah.
James Preston says blower car over turbos. Gary Humphreys, I would like to see pro mod bikes make a comeback to the ADRL like back in the day.
Yeah, I like bikes, man. Bikes are cool. Bikes are really cool. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Bob Glenn was down there?
Bob was down there, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point.
He qualified 32. All right, you got us, James. You got us.
He did. Now, keep this in mind, though. Last year was the first time Bob Glenn's ever ran with the ADRL.
Yeah, he ran a couple races.
He was still in his NMCA trim when he's run with us. So he's not. It was his first dabbing his toes in, but he was still winning.
Took a trophy each time.
Took a trophy. He sure shit did.
He's batting 1,000.
Yeah. It almost makes you wonder, like when it's no rules and you're just trying to throw everything at it, it's probably a little tough to get consistent. You know what I mean?
A lot of factors and variables. T.T. Jones was a legend in bikes.
Yes, I'm familiar with that name for sure.
And he kicked ass 2 times. Yes, he did, James. He sure did.
Yep, he did. Yeah. So yeah, good point. I guess we can say that Bob Glenn is an ADRL competitor.
I'll claim if he wants to come over. If he wants to say he is, I'll claim him. No
Yeah,
problem.
I'm curious if he's going to pull any of his weight off. If he's going to pull his weight and try to run some.
I don't know. I mean, I can't get too many clear answers on what's going on with that NA,
NMCA.
yeah, and Northeast Outlaw and all that stuff. There was all that upheaval in the off season, but then there's been talks of resurrection, so not sure.
Yeah, I don't either.
And got me paid.
Man, got me paid.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, I don't know, James. That twin turbo Hemi.
Got a target on your back, Trolson.
Yep, he's coming. He said they're ready. And the guy and the men from Iceland, they're coming up. And damn it, I wish I could pronounce their names properly, but I'm so bad with names in the first place that trying to repeat an Icelandic name is going to be challenging.
Okay, TT Jones used to own Huntsville up till a few years ago before it closed and then reopens Rock City. Okay, so he had it before Dave.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I don't know why that makes sense, but I understand. Yeah, it did. Yeah, and I think Dave talked about
Yeah,
TT Jones.
I didn't know if it was Dave or Nick. Nick Ray was always talking about bike riders and things like that. So yeah,
And nuts and things.
yeah, that's probably.
Is Nick on here?
Yes,
Could talk a little shit on Nick Ray. He had his first female surgery. He had his gallbladder taken out.
That's true.
Yeah. Directly.
I'm just kidding.
Nick, you know we love you, dude. We only talk shit. You know, that's a sign
If I
that
didn't care,
you
I
got
would say
friends that when they
Think
talk
about
shit to you, right? Like that's the first true sign of friends.
Yeah, if I want to talk
shit
bad
to
about somebody, I'll talk bad.
you. Yeah. No, Nick sealing up. He had his gallbladder removed. Did we just break some HIPAA laws?
I don't think so. He sent me pictures, so if he started it.
Yeah, he did start actually. No, we hope he's sealing up well. Tish has been reaching back out. She's on the mend. She got bit by a brown recluse.
Yeah, I thought she wrecked her bike. I thought she got bit by the road.
Oh, I don't know if it was the road or she told me she got bit by a spider or something. I mean, it looks like a brown recluse bite. It's horrible. Like the part of her leg's missing. Like it's fucking gross. Excuse my French.
James
It's really
Charleston says $100 per each race. Says Turbo Car won't win at ADRL. Ooh.
I like it. I get it. James is diehard. Hey, you don't see turbo videos going viral like old Trolson's.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just one of the greatest videos ever.
Eric Ganton says Rodney Butler is currently holding some records in that pro mod of his. He's got a nice.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing on those Pontiac motors, those turbo Pontiac motors. Yeah, he was.
James says Nicholas Raven gallbladder took out and ended up losing something else. Oh man.
Oh, Nick. Well, if you're on here, we love you, Nick. You know how that rolls. Hope you're healing up all right. Tish, hope you're healing up all right. Sounds like Tish is going to be back at it with us next year. But you better have all your shit up to date. Just saying, it's been 2 years now. We've been a little lenient, and the tracks are going to be a little harder, and we're going to be a little harder. We can't have guys running 70s or 40s without the proper safety shit, guys. It just ain't going to happen. So last thing we need is that somebody's bad shit happening, you know. So I know Trolson's getting all his stuff up to par, up to snuff per se. Yeah, he's pretty proud about that. So yeah, remember NHRA safety guidelines. I highly recommend getting a license. If you can't get a license, we'll try to facilitate something in which maybe we'll rent you. Yeah.
NHRA track.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe on Thursday, but Raul already told me that they're going to be doing.
You can do turn testing. James, is it easy to pull off and test? I know you got plans and stuff. Is it pretty easy to get the license part?
I might rent a track. I might rent the track on Thursday. Give everybody an opportunity to get their license if they need it.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, let us know so we can get kind of a tally or an idea,
Yeah.
and then see if there's a necessity for it.
Yeah, and we had Eddie when he came out to Huntsville
certs.
Certs. I mean, he was busy. Everybody was getting chassis certs from him.
Yeah, so we kind of have a double opportunity at SG and Peaks. We'll have Wade and Eddie on premise at that one, so we'll be able to get anybody certed up that needs to be certed up. And if you need a license, we can probably get with Eddie to get the details on it, but we can facilitate something.
Yeah. And I am looking forward to next year, though.
Dan Lucas is, Dan says doesn't seem to be a bad process, but Dan Lucas is the guy that knows all about that. So
Dan is the man.
No
Dan is the man when it comes to getting licensed. So anything in HRA, really.
yeah, if you got a question, he's got an answer, I'm sure.
Oh wait, who is that we talked to today? He owns
Tulsa?
No, it wasn't Tulsa. It's in Nevada. Well, your light just went out.
Sure did, didn't it?
This place is haunted, dude. That's weird.
Yeah.
No, Tucson? Is there a track in Tucson? No, it wasn't
it's
Tucson.
Tulsa. It was Tulsa.
No, it's in Nevada.
That's the guy we talked to. You guys sitting down?
Yeah.
Gray jacket?
Yeah.
Tulsa. This dude's talking about doing all the no prep keys, no prep stuff. That's where they are. You know, the 405 in Tulsa.
I thought he was saying Tucson or something.
No.
I thought he was saying in Nevada.
Yeah, Tulsa.
Oh, I see. He owns the track in Tulsa?
Yeah.
Isn't that where Keith Haney in them race?
They have race there. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I thought we had to talk with Bill.
Oh, well, that's a great idea. I totally was thinking.
No,
I thought he was saying that he was in. He gave me his card here. I got it right here.
I feel like it's Larry Hughes. I know the last name is Hughes.
It was drum roll. That's gonna be a long one because I got a whole bunch here. Not sure what's happening. Oh, that's Kenny. Oh, that's Cormax. Man, how did I not get a card from him?
Pretty sure you did. I didn't. So, because I'm pretty confident. Didn't we swap cards? You gave him one for sure. I'm pretty sure you gave me one.
Pit Pay.
No, I didn't.
James Stevenson.
No.
No, it was Jim. I thought his name was Jim.
Might be Jim
or
Hughes.
something.
I know Hughes is the last name.
Jim
I'm positive on
Hughes.
that part.
What's the PR? Who's giving me a PRI fucking card?
Oh, there's Dan. Hey, Dan Lucas.
No. I'm not sure. What do I know?
Eddie did an excellent job checking my chassis. That's good to hear, Dan. That is good to know.
It's funny, we hear people talking about Eddie today, how he might be a little dry in his sense of humor. Comes off as a little dry. But you know what I love about Eddie is one, he's retired military veteran. He's a veteran, retired military. He does have a dry sense of humor, but you know, he's a good Christian guy. He means well. And he's no bullshit when it comes to safety. I mean, the bottom line is he's very knowledgeable. And he doesn't mess around when it comes to safety. Now, if there is discretionary calls, he'll come to me, and I'll be like, well, what do you think?
James says so no racing without helmets. Unfortunately not. We're going to start that new this year, 2025. Everyone's going to have to wear a helmet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're going to have some boots, no flip-flops.
He also said that Eddie is perfect. That's the homie.
That's great. Eddie is perfect. Yep, we like to hear that, as a matter of fact.
Yes, agreed. I don't know. I felt the pause. And I'm like,
There was a pause. I was looking, I was like, well, this is weird because we're paused. The screen's paused, and I'm like, what's some kind of weird Inception matrix? Yeah, Inception.
We're in a mirror within a mirror within a mirror.
I wish a lot of you guys were here at PRI, but I get why you can't. Some of you guys can't be. You know, it is fun hanging out and seeing everybody, and we're going to go hang out at Wes's party. I'm going to go make fun of Christy Lee. I'm going to call her Katie again and see how pissed off she gets. And then I might make some comments about her appearance just to kind of really sink the nail in a little bit if she wants to be any kind of weird. I'm just
Chassis
joking.
reserving is a serious tag. This is Dan Lucas. Chassis reserving is a serious tag. He fits. No BS. Yep, I don't disagree with that. Eric Gannon says, if we have enough, could we see Pro Mods versus?
Wait, say that again. I was too busy dying over here.
Yeah. Eric said, if we have enough, could we see Pro Mods versus Extreme Dragsters? I mean, to be honest with you, Eric, I'm just going to talk unfiltered because that's what I do. I'm not even opposed to the idea. We did a second chance race down in Huntsville, which is real cool that people that didn't make it past the first round got to go in for a second chance. I like the idea of even extending that to just an open second chance between the classes to be like a one-off type.
Well, just like into a pot, everybody just gets it thrown in one field.
If you're out the first round and you want in, you get on it.
I mean,
Get up and hop in. Let's see what happens.
it seems like all the ETs were kind of,
Everybody's in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
You can chip draw for it. It's as fair as possible. Everybody knows the odds and the chances.
excuse me.
Let's just get out there and run and have some more fun.
I think that would be fun. Everybody goes into a pot just to kind of
Yeah, spice it.
all turds versus funny cars
It's
versus.
not a field. It's not a
It's everybody.
class.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
second
just,
chance. Let's have some fun. You guys want to keep running? Let's run.
Well, that would be totally crazy. It'd be like an exhibition second chance.
Oh, crap. Oh, no, Nick's here.
It's here.
Shit, Nick. Don't go back. Don't watch anymore. Don't go back, Nick. We just started the podcast. Okay. Hey, welcome to the ADRL podcast. Thursday night.
Like, oh shit, Nick's on.
Nick Shane Girls and LOL. I'm doing well. Don't worry. I'm still packing the wheelbarrow. No balls, no glory.
Amen.
What they took? It was a gallbladder. Good evening, gang. Good evening, ADRL Nation. Gary Humphreys, wasn't there a 10-5 class back in the day in ADRL? Maybe you called Outlaw 10-5, but I've never heard of a 10-5 class in my life.
I know, that's weird. That's enough that's bringing
I hate the idea.
Yeah. No, the ADRL did have an extreme 10.5. We did have a 10.5.
James says he tried to mix it up with several in Huntsville. No response from any. They didn't want none. We all know it. We all saw it. And honestly, if anybody probably stepped up down in Huntsville, James might have had their messes against almost any car out there. Hank was the only guy who went faster than James, I think, in Huntsville that weekend with 3.65.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple people did a 3.65.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he might have been able to give him some heck out there.
Yeah.
Michael says that's a great idea. Ready? That's for the second run. Can I double enter? Maybe.
I mean, we've talked about that, double entries. Like,
Why not? That would be awesome, says Nick Ray. Nick Ray also said the shit started to talk with Tommy. Nope.
nope, the shit talking starts now.
Exactly.
You're just telling everybody about
I saw
your.
the comment come in. I said, let her rip.
Let her rip. Okay. We hope you're healing up all right from your hysterectomy, Nick. And by the way, Adam is the one that said that.
I did.
Everybody can verify it. I'll take that.
You can rewind it, clip it. Wish you could have come out to Texas. I'm sure Doug, Galen, and Frankie would have took that off, considering we used to have a race between pro mods and dragsters once a year. Yeah, I don't doubt that if we had proposed that idea to XRP, they would have said, yeah.
For sure.
But it was the magical thing we had at XRP is that we had the car count, we had everything to where we could keep it going, and there wasn't really a downtime in the track. We had the grudge races that kind of filled in the elimination round, some of that in between.
I even let some of the guys that got eliminated that still wanted to do some testing with their dragsters. I even let those guys make some hits after a few rounds, in between rounds. So, we're open to everything. It'll be slightly, what's the word, unorthodox,
A little bit.
the way we like to approach things. It's just like, whatever. We're just here to have a good time. Whatever makes it fun.
Nick
Let's do
thinks
it.
James should run John Sullivan head to head. I would have gone for that.
Yeah, I think you've
John's
actually
old
said that before.
With John's old car, I could see that. But yeah, I don't know if that new car it might be a problem.
I could see a good Hank Stubbs. I could see a Hank Stubbs and James. Man, that would be a good run. That'd be a good run.
Michael says 10-5s also back in the day, low 4s, high 3s, all over track, wild class. Don't have the sense to let up. Amen.
Nobody does.
Sometimes you just gotta have the balls. Yeah, second fastest and only in Huntsville, only because my granny died.
Who said that?
Okay. Yeah, I woke up nutsack attached to my leg. Nick.
Oh.
Just had trans trouble in XRP. Boy, you have trans trouble in about every time you hit, son. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe you
Yeah,
need to.
exactly. There you go. Training. Exactly. We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you should come to PRI, Trolson, and talk to some of these transmission guys out here. No, I heard you got it all under control. Got you all straightened out. So I hope so. We got a winter to figure it out. At least till April.
Yeah, we're all good. I think everything's good to go.
Yeah.
Olsen camp for 2025. It's just a matter of clearing off space on the shelf for trophies and checks is their main concern.
Oh, yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah. Yeah. That's what Haley was saying. They're running out of space.
Yep. That's why that's why they're getting ready to move. Let's see. Gary said Hank was battling bearing issues at Huntsville. Yeah, Hank was still. I mean, that car was still on the newer side to Hank at Huntsville. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still getting used to and figuring things out, getting it locked in, lined out.
Yeah. I'm guessing this thing's working all right, dude.
It's coming in like a champ. I'm here and over here.
Yeah. Working good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just talking right into it. This little thing is perfect. Yeah. It works good. Good job, Prince Adam.
Yeah.
Almost called you PRI, Adam.
I'll take it.
So tomorrow's going to be a big day. So we got to knock out that whole other half of the convention center.
John Sullivan, where you at? John Sullivan will be on here 1 week from today. He will be our special guest on the ADRL podcast, where we'll be doing a little recap.
Little recap.
A little recap of 2024 and past, and then look forward.
Yeah, I look forward. Yeah.
You know, wrapping up the year, wrapping up everything. So
I think we should take some time.
it's going to be our last. I think it's our last podcast of the year next week.
Oh, really?
I think we got Christmas or Christmas Eve that next week.
I can't believe it's Christmas already.
Yeah.
Man.
Can't believe it's not Halloween. Carter Jackson, what's up?
Carter, what's good?
Oh, man. Yeah, lots of big things going.
Yep,
Big things coming up.
for sure. Tomorrow will be busy. We'll knock down a few more tomorrow. And again, I tell you, I'm just excited about all the positive feedback that everybody, unsolicited, great feedback that everybody is talking, you know, because like I was saying earlier, you don't really see it. And I think you're not, but it's good to know that, that your name's getting around and that the ADRL is getting recognized again and people are talking and, you know, I mean, we've definitely dropped a big rock back in the pond. So we're making some waves,
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, sirs? We are doing fantastic, Mr. Jackson.
Yes,
How
we
about
are.
yourself? Getting ready for another year of domination next year, I assume. Got to be getting old and tired. Just keep going out there and winning.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. God bless you for it.
Yeah.
Then sorting. Hey guys, how are things going? Things are going pretty good. It's up here in Indianapolis, wrapping up the day after a big convention and see where the night takes us from here. Lee said the motor was in the vet that was smacked in the wall, Montgomery, or the one that broke the crank on the dynamo fuel tank. But yeah, Hank had a rash of luck this year.
Oh, he did.
Not gonna lie about that. He got
Yeah.
to the point to where at Huntsville, I would not film Hank, and I walked away from him when he would go. I felt like I was bad luck.
Yeah, it's all Adam's fault.
I'll take it. Jackson's only chance for John Sullivan is a red light. Come on now. Uh-oh. James, where you at on that? What do you got to say, James?
This is great. You know, I love our podcast. I love how we get to, because no other podcast actually gets engaged with the people watching.
No, sit there and just talk about themselves, what's going on.
That's right. That's it. It's like the people watching don't even matter. Like, isn't that what this is about? Like, this is a lot more fun. This is the community. This is the people that matter. It's racers. It's spectators.
It's kind
It's
of
fans.
a segue into the potential redesign for the Tuesday night podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we are considering, well, we are.
We're going to. We're just considering the rebranding options.
Yeah, we want to rename or rebrand the Tuesday Night Podcast. Instead of Bet You Didn't Know, we want to rename it. So, and it's an after hours thing. You know what? You know the stuff we talk about. If you watch.
We're sinking ships because the lips are loose.
Yeah, we're sinking ship. We're kamikazeing on Tuesday.
Not too long ago.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
It's been, I think it's been 60 years, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, I had family involved in all
The
that.
wounds
So,
are still fresh.
yeah. So, I mean, that's how the Japanese feel in Hiroshima.
They'll never let us live that one down. Make two mistakes.
Yeah, right. Drop one bomb and
Got two nuclear bombs.
oh my God,
you
never
hear
live that one down. Oh my God, we'll never hear the end of that one.
James says John is a bad man, but it would be interesting. I don't disagree. Like I said, with his Corvette that he had, 2024 John Sullivan and 2024 James Trolson would be a good race.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say the 2025 James Trolson couldn't give 2025 John Sullivan a good run for his money, but none of us know what 2025 John Sullivan's going to be yet. That's the scary proposition to it.
That is a scary proposition. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to come out with his new car at a slower speed than he was going with his old car.
No, I have every belief that Sullivan's coming out low 50s right out of the gate. Maybe a 50. I don't know.
Gary Humphrey says ADRL After Hours or ADRL Aftershock. I like the ADRL After Hours, but I kind of have that one a little bit bookmarked in my head for something else.
What about sinking ships? No. Loose lips.
The Loose Lips podcast. I mean, come on.
I can't.
Hey, speaking of the devil, we were just talking about you earlier, David. How's it going?
Who is it?
Double David Do It. We're just talking about
Oh, Dave, what's up,
talking
brother?
about him and talking
We
to
were,
him.
we were just talking about you, talking about the conversation earlier. Now we're talking to you again, but virtually.
That's the beauty of the podcast.
Through the matrix.
But yeah, back to the Tuesday night podcast. What we're kind of looking to do is we're kind of, and not that it's anything brand new or revolutionary, it's kind of what we do, but it's it's a little bit more of the interactive. We're really looking at, Thursday night we like to have guests on. We like to talk to guests and get their
And
opinion.
it's very ADRL centric.
Focused.
It's focused on the ADRL and what we got. Tuesday night is more of a bench racing type. It's turned into some bench racing meets after hours.
It's a hot
Meets politics. I mean, it's everything.
It can go sideways.
Oh yeah, I remember the one time I went on a
Biggest
rant about our
stories.
school district.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, they caught the guy that shot the CEO of
yeah.
Healthcare.
Yeah.
That'll be a Tuesday night conversation. That kind of stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
Current
DIY
events.
circumcisions.
Oh yeah.
Things of that sort. Things Adam comes
only in
across and finds
Missouri.
interesting.
Yeah, only in Missouri. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
ADRL interactive. That's not bad. I'm leaning towards like an ADRL full access or something like that.
Full frontal.
I'm not opposed. But yeah, something like that, something that more kind of leans into the interactive aspect of it to where we all can get together and talk about racing or talk about ghosts and haunted places or
Yeah, I like
whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I will go off on a haunted places tangent.
Or politics. I hate talking politics.
I don't like it. I will argue people sometimes just for fun.
That's true.
But yeah, the Tuesday night's a little bit more open. We will talk about drag racing. And we will talk about
Inevitably.
whatever.
Because Uncle Steve's always on Tuesday
Uncle
night,
Steve's
so
always on
gotta-
there. and
Gotta
I like-
talk some drag racing.
I like to mix things up and spice things up. So
Yeah.
I'm apt to say things like Nick had a hysterectomy and whatever.
And Mike always Tally always like to jump in and
Yeah.
say his 2 cents. That's great.
We got a great little
We
group
do
of
got a
people.
good group. Yeah. Yeah.
James
for
is
sure.
working and Lee can pop on and pop off.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
She gets humming.
It's so good. Gets humming. Call it the humdinger.
Let me find a 170-pound driver instead of 300 pounds. There's been a lot of stuff.
Oh, is there a lot of
I'm
back and
sorry,
forth going?
I can't stay on top of all the chats. I'm trying, but I'm on a tablet. And
That's great. So it's like Slack. Everybody's like talking to each other too in the comments.
That's the beauty.
Wow, it is.
I love the interaction and the community aspect of it. Let's see. Or Michael says, or that one time at band camp. Don't make me get back into band camp stories. I will.
Oh yeah.
I got a tuba upstairs if we want me to play. Really, it's tubas upstairs. If I tilt that camera up, you'll see two of them that are right up at the top of the staircase.
Yeah. And who has 3 tubas in their house?
A pimp, an absolute pimp.
Oh, took it that direction.
Yeah, of course I had to.
Yeah,
What am
I
doing?
get it,
Playing
yeah.
tuba player and then
Yeah, a genius.
yeah, an
Geniuses have
absolute
3 tubas in their homes.
Exactly. Dennis asks, Prince Adam asks Dr. Fears if they're planning or doing the Crucible again next year or if it's going to be different. It's racer dependent.
It's racer dependent. I mean,
Honestly,
I feel like originally in the ADRL, Pro Extreme and Pro Nitrous was separated because of the fact that.
we like the idea of it. It's a better competition. So
Well, no, I'm saying originally in the ADRL, when Kenny created the Pro Nitrous class, there was reason because the competitiveness, and that makes sense. But the fact of the matter is that there's just not enough turnout of no rules nitrous cars to justify paying out a class. And when you have guys like Doug Reister who doesn't give a shit and will
run anyway.
almost go into the winner's circle half the time, like. There are nitrous guys that just are like, cool, yeah, we'll run with blowers. It doesn't matter to us.
If
So
you step up and want to do it, and that's awesome. We'll take them. But like we said at the beginning, it's racer predicated because as much as right now we're running the Crucible with it combined, give me a reason to split the classes into 2. Give me a reason.
yeah, I mean, I really do like to have the separate classes. I know from a competitive standpoint, I mean, I get that nitrous guys would love to run against nitrous guys, and I'm sure we've lost a few nitrous guys, but not enough to make a difference on car turnout to justify
let's put it like this: we didn't have enough nitrous cars to justify its own class. So if we lost a couple, I mean, okay,
Yeah,
we,
I mean, that's what I'm
we
saying.
didn't have a bunch at the beginning anyway.
Right. That's my point. So to answer your question is,
Hopefully,
right now it is the Crucible, and I'd like to hopefully split them up, but unless we can get more participation, I can't justify paying out those purses on a class where there's only 7 people, 6 cars. Like, it just makes no sense. So we at least got to put on some kind of a show for everybody, and that means blowers and nitrous together. That's what we got to do.
and like Eric's mentioned in here, I mean, with technology, with advancements in technology and engineering, there isn't as of a disparaging difference between the 2 classes anymore.
Right.
So there is a lot more parity within it.
Yeah. And I almost feel like it falls in line with the spirit of no rules drag race. Run what you brought. Like, if you.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What happens when Rodney Butler and a few other turbo cars want to come in? Are we gonna have to run a 3-car turbo class?
No, we're not gonna
throw them into the mix and let it all sort out to where it's gonna sort out.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a forced induction boost class.
No. If there's justification to extend the classes because of car count, awesome.
Yeah, that's the easiest way
We'll
to
take
put
it.
it. Yeah.
We'd love to.
Yeah. So really, it's just doing what's best for the classes and for us as well, and for the spectators. We want to have a good race,
So, yeah, it's all about as much fun as it is for the races and the racers. At the same time, the overall objective from everybody, the racers, us, is to put on a good show.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes they base payouts on car count.
Mhm.
I wonder
That's true.
if maybe we wait till the day of the race, and if there's enough, then we separate them. I don't know.
I mean, if the whole problem, or the whole sticky part is if you put out an advertisement that says 8-car, 8-car payout guaranteed X amount of dollars, you're locked. But if you put payout asterisk dependent upon 16-car field, then you have that flexibility.
Right.
But there's still a guaranteed payout. There's no change on that aspect. It's just what those numbers are could fluctuate depending on the car count. So yeah, it's just about not locking ourselves in on that one.
Right. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. We get more nitrous guys. That'd be great.
Dan Lucas says running 8-car nitrous field.
We would love to have an 8-car nitrous field. There's not 8 nitrous cars showing up, and there hasn't been. The only chance we had was with SNRA showing up, and they went to the wayside pretty quick because somebody misunderstood the payouts, and
There was confusion.
And there was some confusion there.
And they're kind of they're a little club. They're happy doing what they're doing, and that's not a knock on them or anything. They've got their little things set up, and if they're happy doing it, Okay.
I mean, we might carry it different from race to race. Look, I know that in Georgia, there are a lot of nitrous guys. Actually, Honduras, Nick Honduras. I'm not sure how you say his last name for sure. However, he made it very clear he was coming to race. He's got a nitrous car. So, Andy, I think he wants to run the whole series. So, you know, I think it's going to take a little bit of time. And I think regionally that kind of has an impact as well, where we're at, you know. So we'll play it by ear. We'll just keep moving along.
Nick says it looks the 8 blower cars, 8 Pro Nitrous, 8 Turbo cars, and let them all run down last man standing.
Yeah.
Not opposed to that either.
Nope.
Whatever is good competitive spectator event and good racing, giddy up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like whatever Wes and them are doing to get all those pro mod guys. Well, I already know the answer to that.
Yeah,
I already know the answer to that. The problem is that none of those guys have anywhere to race in the wintertime. Wes's 3-race series has the same rule package as PDRA and Midwest. So obviously it's easy for them to want to go to Florida in the wintertime to have a place to race. I get that. So good for him, because that's a great move. I mean, that's a really, really great move, as a matter of fact. So anyways, I'd love to have 64 cars show up and boil it down to a 32 car field. Was that what it was? Was it a 32 car field?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the end of it, after
4 rounds of qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great.
7 days of testing, whatever the hell we did.
There will be a time where we have that many cars, and there might be 3 or 4 rounds of qualifying, and it is no rules drag racing, and guys are competing in the 40s. Some get into the 30s. Who's going to be the first ADRL racer to hit 30s? Who's going to be the first ADRL door slammer to run 30s? It can happen. I believe it's going to happen soon.
3, 4, 5, 2 would be pretty fun.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm just talking to smash it. I'm just saying, let's just skip the 4s. Let's go from 5s to 3s. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What's the time on deck?
We've been rolling hour 23.
All right, let's hop off. I want to get to the. I don't want to be out too late.
Yep.
We're gonna go do some after party.
After hours.
After hours. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you guys. It's been a great PRI show so far this weekend, and tomorrow it's going to be even better. I said this weekend, but it feels like a weekend. I don't even know what day it's. Thursday, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Wish us luck. Send us good vibes. Help us universally and through the universe nail down some more sponsors tomorrow, and everything's good, man. Life's good.
Indeed. Catch us on Tuesday for. We'll see what we decide to call it on Tuesday for the next podcast. And then, like I said, Thursday we'll be here. John Sullivan will be the guest. Wrap it up with him and see what's good.
That's right. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Piece of chicken grease.